Welcome to How to Play Piano Lesson 12, where we begin to play our first right hand chords. Let's get ready and learn to play together, firstly by checking in with our posture. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is long, your shoulders are relaxed, your feet are flat on the floor. You've got forearms angled down towards the keys, relaxed wrists, dome-shaped hands and curved fingers. You're also feeling positive, relaxed and ready to focus on developing some new skills. Let's warm up. We'll do our C major scale again, 3 times with the right hand, 3 times with the left hand, and then 3 times together. I'll do one first, and then it'll be your turn. Off I go. Let's do 3 of those together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. Let's do the left hand 3 times. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3. Alright, the big test. Let's do 3 hands together. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, last 1, and 3. Have a pause and have a play if any of your scales, right hand, left hand or together, need a little bit more practice. And then we'll be warmed up. Time to have a look at today's expressive piece. If you remember last time we focused on your interaction with the keys and that really lovely, loose, relaxed wrist movement which gives your piano a much softer, richer sound. We also had a look at engaging your hearing and the importance of becoming aware of the connection between your interaction with the keys and the sound produced by the piano. We had a look at the short pieces Tra-La-La and Guardsman, neither of which are going to win any awards for musical complexity. Today we're going to look at more pieces that are going to give us the ability to move from one key to another. Again, engaging that lovely, loose, relaxed wrist movement and our hearing. Our piece you can see is called Ding Dong. Not too dissimilar from the ones that we looked at last time. You'll notice that we've got a time signature of 2/4, so we're counting 2 crotchet beats in every bar. Our music consists of some minims and some crotchet notes. But this time, instead of playing only one note, we're playing a G note and an A note. We're going to use our 3rd finger to play both of those notes, and we're going to have a go at moving from one key to the other, all the time conscious of that lovely, relaxed wrist movement that we looked at last session. If I was going to do a demo of Ding Dong, it would go something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can see all the time I'm using that wrist movement that we talked about last time. Pressing the key down with the weight of my arm, following that press down with the wrist that goes down to the 6 o'clock position, across to the 3 o'clock position, up to the 12 o'clock position and comes off the key. Playing the notes detached. So we go from one note, come off and then travel to the other note. Again using that same wrist movement, down, around, up and off. All the time having a lovely relaxed wrist in between. This would be a good time to pause the video and have a go at playing Ding Dong yourself, keeping those 3 things in mind. Your interaction with the keys, that lovely relaxed wrist movement, engaging your hearing, listening to the sound that's coming out of the piano. Is it rich and lyrical, or is it harsh? Have a pause and have a play. Let's look at the left hand. Same notes, we're going from G to A. This time, let's do our lovely relaxed wrist movement with our left hand and move between those two keys. A demo might look something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and off. So again, with our left hand, we're just using the third finger, going between those two notes according to the sheet music. We're pressing the note down with the weight of our arm, following that down with the wrist movement that goes from the 6 o'clock to the 9 o'clock and back up to the 12 o'clock position, and then off between each note. Again, have a pause and have a play. Let's review what we did last time, where we looked at playing our first left-hand chord, which was a C chord. Here's the little tune that we did, then there were 3. Have a pause and have a play and see how you go. Here's my demo. And I'm done. How did that feel? Were you comfortable playing, and did the music flow along? Were your left-hand chord notes sounding at the same time? Was your right-hand melody coming out above your left-hand accompaniment? Was your right hand playing legato while your left hand was playing detached? Let's have a look at the last line. If you have a look in the treble, we've got this. We're not repeating any notes in the right hand, so it's possible to play each of those notes legato or connected and joined up. On the other hand, our left hand is very much playing detached because we need to repeat those chords. So the trick for your brain is to try and get it to tell your right hand to play legato while your left hand is playing detached. It's quite tricky. If we have a look at that line very slowly, D stays down over that bar line. The D stays down, but the left hand comes up. The right hand stays down, the left hand comes up. And then in the end, that E stays down, and our left hand comes up, and then we've got 2 notes down at the end. Again, what I tend to notice with students that are just starting out with their playing is something like this. They tend to come up over the bar line so that we've got a break each time we go from one bar to the next. So listen out very carefully and try very hard to keep your right hand playing legato while your left hand comes up and plays its chords. If you're not sure about how you're going with this tune or any others that you've been learning, remember you can always send me your audio or video recordings for free coaching and feedback. If you have already reached performance standard with this little tune, why not post a video of your performance onto our How to Play Piano and Keyboard private Facebook gallery for other members to enjoy. Let's move on. Today we're going to be looking at playing some right hand chords. Here's our piece for today entitled Chord Fancy. Let's have a look at the music as a whole. You can see we've got the treble and bass clefs, right and left hand. We're counting 4 beats in a bar because the time signature is 4/4. And if you scan through the music, you can see that our left hand is playing first, followed by our right hand chords, then the left hand again, then some right hand chords. In the second line, lots and lots of left hand, and then finishing off with some right hand chords. We've got some crotchets, some minims, and a couple of semi-breves, and we've got some semi-breve and crotchet rests in there as well. Here's my demo. Let's have a look at what's going on in the sheet music. Here's the first line. Looking at the right hand first, you can see nothing in the first bar, having a little break. Then in the second bar, we've got a crotchet rest, followed by a chord, 3 notes played together, which we defined last time as a chord, middle C, E and G. In actual fact, you will probably notice that this right hand chord has exactly the same notes as our left hand chord from the last piece. They're just played an octave higher. This was a C major chord, so this must be a C major chord. Those chords are played firstly on beat 2 and then again for beats 3 and 4. In the third bar we've got another little rest, nothing happening much for the right hand at all, and in the fourth bar we've got a little crotchet rest and then our chord again on beat 2 and 3, 4. So our right hand is pretty much taking it easy and just providing the accompaniment this time, with our left hand doing all the busy work of playing the tune. Let's have a look at the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a pause and have a play to get used to playing a C major chord with your right hand. Let's have a look at the left hand. It's a bit busier. In the first bar, we're going to start with our thumb and play that first G note as a crotchet, and then down to F, followed by E, and then D. And in the second bar, we've got C as a semi-breve. We'll hold that down for 4. All in all, we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in bars 3 and 4, the exact same thing is repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I'm choosing to play my version legato. There's no repeated notes, so there's no reason that all those sounds can't join up together. Have a pause and have a play of making your left hand nice and legato. Let's put 2 hands together nice and slowly. Me first and then you. Off I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Have a pause and have a play of the first line of our little tune. Here's line 2. You can see the left hand's got all of the action. So we might start with the left hand. I've got G with my thumb. Looks like I'm going down the first 4 notes that I've been down a couple of times before. In the second bar, instead of going back to the G, I'm going to play my second finger on the F, then the E, the D, and then down to the C. So I've got 2 little runs of 4 notes, one beginning on G, the second one beginning on F, like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. In the third bar, something a little bit different, not a little run, but I'm going back to the G, then the F, and then the D, followed by the E, and then finally finishing on C. I'll do that little bit again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then our right hand finishes off 2, 3, 4. I'll play that whole line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Have a pause and have a play of line 2 and the tune as a whole. Now would be a good time to review some of your music from previous lessons to keep them nice and fresh. It's always handy to have something that you can play well when someone asks you to sit down and play for them. That's it for this lesson. Make sure that you feel completely comfortable with the skills that we've looked at today before moving on. Next time we take it up a notch and have a look at a new chord.